Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Ashley live video. Um, it's me, Ashley. I pulled my hair back a little bit. My mom's going to be like, "What'd you do to your hair?" But look, it's all good, guys. It's all good. So, as you noticed by the title, I miss Bianca Belair. I don't know about y'all, but I miss Bianca. It is WrestleMania season, and there is no Bianca to be found. And I tell you, it just feels weird not having her there, but hey, all good. So what we're going to do right now is a homage, if you will, to Bianca. Now remember, I am not a makeup artist. I'm just someone who enjoys applying makeup and I love my Celesty products. So if you're new to the page, what is Celesty? Celesty is a skincare and makeup company, also hair care, always hair care as well. And they were founded not very long ago. Basically, the business got booming about 5 years ago, and they specialize in European standard skincare and makeup. I've been with the company for about 2 years now, almost three in September, and I have seen major changes in my skin with the help of the skincare line and also with the part of the skincare line is sunscreen and also, I love the makeup. It's long lasting. I've worn this makeup to so many different wrestling events, and it hasn't like smeared off or looked crazy or anything. So today, like I said, I just want to show you some of my favorite Celeste products, and I'm going to dig into maybe like an old palette as well, just for the eyes. But overall, I just wanted to show you what I do and how I would pay homage to the great Bianca Belair. So let's get started, shall we? So the first thing, of course, every morning you're going to wash your face, you're going to moisturize, you're going to go through all of your steps, right? And when you're ready to put on your makeup, you're going to want to start with the primer. Today I have the Luminous Finish. Let me get it turned properly. Here we go. The Luminous Finish Makeup Primer. This is one of four primers that is also offered by Celesty. And I'm going to go ahead and put the primer on my face. But before that, where's the other one? Because I said I was going to do my eyes, Celesty has an eyeshadow primer as well. And I always want to put that on too. Before I put on any makeup, you do want to prime your face to allow your looks to be long lasting. And especially when you're using highly pigmented products, it's great to have a primer to set them. So, perfect. All right, so we're going to start with the eyes first. Now, you probably can't see it, but I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'm not going to lie. I fell asleep around a little after midnight and I found myself awake sometime after 4, which it's been happening the last off and on for the last few days and I don't like it. But that's where this wonderful camouflage concealer comes in. The orange, there we go. See, when you're looking in the camera, everything's backwards, right? The orange is great for my eyes, especially the under eyes. I also get into the green and the purple. I use these two the most on my face for those dark spots and redness. And I don't have too much, but I do like to get those covered up. Normally, I would use a particular blush, a brush, but you know what? Fingers are tools too, and I got makeup remover wipes, so try to open those without too much noise. My goodness, just gonna sit one right there for my hands and get started. All right, so I'm just going to apply a little of the orange. A little for me does go a long way. And it's really good, like I said, when the orange for when you have dark eye circles. And I always recommend people look online or um, visit me via messenger, what have you, to find out what would be the best in your color wheel to use for your concealer, because on the back it does provide you with information on how they can be used and mixed and matched together. But because I am a medium skinned Black person, what I would use in certain areas compared to someone with fairer skin or darker skin may be a bit different, right? So just always keep that in mind. So now I'm going to go into the green and the purple. And as you can see, like I said, a little on your finger can go a very long way. Wipe that finger off really good. So, yes, fingers are tools. Always remember that, especially when it's your own product. Like if I was using this on someone else, I would just buy a whole nother one. I wouldn't like use this on someone because, you know, my fingers, my face. All right. Now, you know what? We're going to wipe it off. I'm going to tell you why. I missed a step. I didn't prime. Let's prime it up. All right. Again, I have the luminous finish. This has basically been my go-to lately is the luminous finish, but there's also a matte finish, a luminous highlight, and also oh my gosh, my brain just farted, but it's a primer with a regular highlighter in it as well. And I do like the two with the highlighter in them because sometimes all I want to do is just get going outside. I can put on a little bit of that on the cheeks, on the nose, you know, wherever I want to have the cute little shine and walk on out with primer. I don't even have to do like a whole makeup look. Can you believe I just did that? All right, so we're going to go back one more time. It's all good. All right, here we go again. In the meantime, I have been watching a lot of Bianca and other women wrestlers um, videos lately. Well, honestly, I watch a lot of wrestling before I fall asleep. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's my, what people say, brown noise or whatever noise they like. I just like sound. I don't sleep with a fan. I like sound when I sleep. And so I've been digging into a lot of different women's wrestling. Number one, because it is Women's History Month. I know we've got today and tomorrow left. But my podcast partner and I, we're doing a women's history series and we haven't finished yet. So stay tuned. And I dropped my phone, which has a picture that I wanted to look at to get my Bianca down. Make sure. So one of the things that we do know is Bianca is known for her beautiful red lip. So I have a red lip today. Um, Bert and Ernie actually look good today. Bert and Ernie's my eyebrows, but yeah, they actually look pretty good today. But we're gonna work with them. And if you see anything that you like here, feel free to comment, like, share, phone a friend, phone me, text me, DM me, and we'll talk all about it. All right. So I got my reference and oh boy, did I lose her? I thought I had my reference. There we go. I got it. and Bianca Belair. Yeah, so let's get into this, shall we? I mean, why not? Let's do that thing. All right, so we've got primer on our face, we've got primer on our eyes, we put the orange CC on, and now we also have on the purple and green CC cream. Sorry, this happens every time I go live. All right, I don't know. Anyway, let's jump into it, shall we? All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to go into one of, yeah, hi, DJ Daniel Dominguez. What's up? I hope she does come back and surprise us for Mania and be like, psych, you guys, I already had that surgery. Ha ha ha. Because, I mean, that would be so good for me, my mentals. But yeah, thanks for joining. And please make sure Ren sees this and leave comments as well about, missing Bianca, and tell me your favorite Bianca stories in the comments. I'm all about them. So, all right. Now, I got some brushes here. These are ergonomic brushes, also by Celesty. They are vegan, and they have what I like to say, they like have great heads, okay? So they're not too rough, they're not too soft, they're nice and sturdy. And one thing that I did notice about Bianca is that she has normally like a natural looking eye, but her lips are always like, they're the center of the attention. She has her lips tattooed to her husband, they're the nice big red lip. So we're going to do the big red lip, but we're going to start with like a natural like eye. And I just found a palette that I have that has some browns, some natural colors, and we're just going to jump in on these. Um, let's see what happens. All right, so we're just going to go in with this brown. Now, again, remember, we primed, so the colors are going to stick and stay, okay? And sometimes, like I said, with me using very pigmented colors, and you always want to put whatever you put on top, you want to try to put some of it on the bottom too. That me using very pigmented colors, they are going to really show up and show out, as Bianca would say. Gosh, I miss that lady. I really just feels kind of weird knowing that we're going into a whole season of WrestleMania and we haven't heard hide nor hair of Bianca. But that injury, I was there when it happened. At last year's WrestleMania, where her and Rhea and Io, they stole the show. Um, you never know. You just have to be careful when you're out there, right? Anyone who's a performer or anyone who's just doing any kind of rigorous work, you have to be careful with what you're doing. Watch your hands, and her knuckle. I did not know that a knuckle could cause so much problems, but it did. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna miss hearing that of her braid knocking people out, but she'll be back in some way, shape, or form. I have faith. I don't know about y'all, but I have faith. So, and another thing about me is, you guys, I really never come up with most of a plan when I do these. I just plug and play, and then I'm like, oh no, it didn't look right, and I just take it off and do it over. Um, but yeah, I just watched the other day the opening of WrestleMania Dallas, and in WrestleMania Dallas, she had the HBCU band. I'm sorry, their name is not hitting me right now, but yeah, she had them bring her out and it was fantastic. I can only imagine what it's like to have um an organization play your theme music as you come out to you know, entertain the masses like she did. So, um, and of course, she comes out with her skip and her braids, but that actually isn't. I'm going into with another lighter color here. That actually isn't my favorite Bianca entrance. My favorite one is from Mania LA. Um, when she had the kids, the young ladies come out and do their dance performance. Um, they had their, believe my brain's just done went to poop trying to do three things at one time. But they had the double dutching, they had the dance performance, and that cute little girl came out and she did her showcase dance. And oh, it was such a once you've afterwards finding out that that poor little girl's mother had just passed away and she chose to still perform and come out there, and all the love that that little girl got from everybody at WWE to make sure that hey, this is a tough time for you, but we appreciate you being here, and you didn't have to do that, and you're a strong, brave little girl. That was pretty nice. So I decided just to do, like I said, oh, I have to use another one. Oh, no. I decided just to do like a nice natural eye. I don't know. I got a little glitter. We'll save the glitter for the next one when we talk Naomi, when we talk the glow. All right. But yeah, so here we go with that. Because like I said, Bianca always has like more of a natural eye. It's not, normally too flashy. Now her gear, oh my gosh, the roses, I love the rose gear. I love that her and so many people take the time out to learn how to do their own gear and to make such elaborate work. I mean, it's something that personally I can't do. We have a sewing machine and I still need to learn how to use it. I can only imagine what kind of things I could think of if I knew how to use a sewing machine, but I don't. One day I'm going to learn because I really want to make myself an apron. Um, But anyway, so now we're going to go into one of my favorite go tos, no matter if I'm just going through my day or if I am getting glammed up for everything. I've got my 2-in-1 foundations. As you see, I told you they're my go tos. Look at the bottles, they are just, yeah. So we've got bitter, which is a little bit darker, and deep mocha. So we're gonna go into these, and I didn't bring out all of my toys today, but like I said, I did bring out some of my favorite Celesty toys, as I like to call them. We'll just use this one and this one. Yay. Okay. Same brush. Nice sturdy brush head. Like I said, they're ergonomic, great fit in the left and right hand. If I was ambidextrous, this would be awesome. All right. So I know which one I use the most, right? It doesn't matter. I clean my brushes all the time. That's another thing. You should always make sure that you keep your brushes clean. That is a part of great skincare. And oh, of course, we're getting a phone call. All right, let's jump into the deep mocha. And I'm just going to, normally I would paint it on, but we're just going to go a couple dabs or so, just like that. And I'm going to put it where I like to put the deep mocha. We're just going to play around with it. Of course, just I gave the forehead a lot. Goodness. Try to pick it up. But again, you see how those CC creams just came on through. All right. And then we're going to go into the bitter. And again, I'm just going to, less is more with the bitter because of where I'm putting it. And right there. I'm going to change brush heads, but I'm going to clean this brush head just a little bit. And I'll do like I said, I like to, I soak my brushes sometimes for 24 to 48 hours, depending on how much product they have on them. So she always has like a nice base face. And then she does a little bit different. Now, I've watched her apply her makeup before, but it's been such a long time. So please forgive me if I don't do it all right. But we are going to now go into this is the medium to dark correct and conceal palette. These are cream palettes with, I did it wrong again. Well, this is the setting powder. So you can, use the setting powder here or use your own. But as you can see, I've used the heck out of this one right here. And again, my palette, my fingers. I have another one that I actually use brushes with. So, my fingers, my palette. So I'm just going to come in and see what we're going to do here. But yeah, I feel like everybody misses Bianca. She has been a presence in WrestleMania for so long. Like, I know she really actually hasn't been on the roster in a very long time, but it just feels like she's been there. And now, there's no Bianca. What the heck? So, just to show you, I went in to this one here and this one here. And these ones are technically, I should have on some glasses today, almond and warm sand. But again, everything looks differently on everybody. So we're just going to start with this small portion first. And I have this cute, you guys, this is so cute. This cute little sponge. And I'm wet it. And I'm going to see if I'm going to get the result that I want or if I need to add more or less. Now, again, Ashley is not a makeup artist. Ashley loves makeup. She loves to share it. And I really love to share Celesty. And like I said, Celesty has been around for um officially Celeste's been around longer than 5 years, but since most people have seen Celeste has been over the last 5 years. And they have a partnership with the Golden Rose Company. And uh, they create hybrid makeup. What is hybrid makeup? Well, if I was a wrestler, I would be into hybrid makeup because I'm under the lights and I'm sweating and I'm doing all that. It is skincare in my makeup. So, majority of the products that I have on here either have some type of SPF in them, or they've got some vitamins and minerals in them, or they've got both. And for me, that's important. Okay. All right. So, we're not done with this yet. We're just getting started. I can see I'm looking into the camera and I'm looking into my front mirror. I got a little bit more to do. I'm going to get that little bit out of that. This one back here. I'm gonna work into this. Don't need much, but I do need some. So understand that you're supposed to like line it up on the nose. And I'm gonna come in with that second cream again. And I'll show you why in a moment. All right. Nope, don't need that. We want our itty bitty baby sponge. Squeeze that water off that itty bitty baby sponge. I wonder. Okay, cool. Nice. Fun. Here we go. What's next? All right. Let's get into our nude look trio. Now, I love this baked look trio. And the reason why is because you can use it as it's supposed to be highlighter, blush, and a bronzer, or you can use it all on your eyes, however you want. You can go have a good time. That's another thing. Um, if you are a person who does your own makeup, it's always good to find some makeup that can do a little bit of everything. Okay. Um, Multifunctional, if you will, in the words of Dusty Rhodes. So we're just going to go into the deep color here, and I'm just going to wipe around. I like to do a little wipe. I don't know. Okay. Now, and it's not much. I just like to get that on in those areas. Now let's do a whole finishing set it and forget it for a minute, okay? Don't come after me, Ronco. All right. This is loose powder, and this is actually one of Celesty's first viral products. And I put it just a touch. I don't overdo it. But again, if I was out doing all that Bianca did, I would be making sure that when I did my makeup or the makeup artist did my makeup, that they are pressing because I'm going to be out there sweating. I don't want my makeup to be falling off. I want to look flawless. And she does. I mean, even when she's just like on a natural day, I don't know how many of you watched her show um, on Hulu, but she was just very like, you can tell she takes care of her skin. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, y'all. Forget it. She takes care of her skin. She takes care of her body. She takes care of her hair. Oop, oh, went a little too far up, but that's okay. But she always just looks, she's perfectly put together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I shouldn't have wore a black t-shirt today. Oh well. I can always wipe it off. You can blow dry it off. There we go. That way you don't have little white dots. Okay. And I'm weird. I've had stuff forever and I keep it in the box. All right. Now we can put these to the side. Let's talk highlighter and blush because she does have a bit of a glow to her looks, right? And so why not bring out some highlighter and blush? So let's get out our 4,000 things here. We're going to get out this and we're going to get out that. And yes. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So today I have the Be the Light Champagne highlighter and two of the Be Fierce. This is Coral and Poppy. Yes. Woo woo, Coral and Poppy. Now she is a bit younger than me, so I'm gonna try to make sure that I have, my blush sitting upright, But first and foremost, let's give a little bit of highlight glow. Now, if you're new here, you don't know that I normally do a 2-3-4 method, but today we're just using a few of the colors. And I can't stress it enough that these are some of the best brushes I've ever used because they're so sturdy. Always will recommend a nice sturdy brush. Yeah, and it's nice to have those ones that like feel a little wobbly on occasion or have like a softer head, but because I do a lot of pressing, a nice sturdy brush head is amazing for me. Okay. My nose is itching. Okay. Now we're just going to tap in just a little bit here. Now, one of my favorite Bianca matches is anything that she does with EO Sky. They have such great chemistry. I don't care if you call her EO Shirai or EO Sky, you know that I'm talking about EO. And EO and her have a great on and off camera chemistry that I feel like it just can't be duplicated. I'm just gonna light that down just a scotch. But yeah, so whether if it's them in a cage or in a one-on-one, you're going to get a little bit of magic when it comes to EO and Bianca. So hopefully they can run it back soon or when Bianca feels good enough to come back to work. No rush, Bianca. We just miss you so much. Okay. So now we're going to go in with our Poppy and Coral and we're going to, so as you can see, I got the highlighter on like an angle and then I'm going to try and angle this blush as well. Bear with me. And again, this blush is called Be Fierce. The highlighter is called Be the Light. And I'm using today Poppy and Coral. And that's another thing. I love that I can use multiple colors, just have fun. And these are actually award-winning hybrid makeup products. And if you want to know all about the ingredients, get at me. I will tell you everything that's in them. But this is about getting that Bianca. All right. Right on. Okay, now before we get into our Bianca lips, let's try to get our eyebrows somewhere on point. And as you all know, they are collectively named Bert and Ernie because they are just roommates that sit right here. And sometimes they work together like best friends, and other times one likes to cause chaos while the other one is collecting random unibrows. Trying to come over and do a unibrow. Okay, cool. Now, did I bring it out? Did I? Yes, I did. So now we're going to prime our lips. So realizing we've gone through several different primers, even if I was going to do my eyelashes today, which I'm not, I even have an eyelash primer. I already put on mascara earlier today. So that's why I'm not doing it on camera. All right. Again, we're keeping the color for a nice stick and stay, bold, bright. That's what this is going to do. All right, so we have the awesome matte lip kit. This one is Scarlet Red, which again, it is totally a Bianca color, right? Bianca is known for those bright red lips. And I'm just going to put a little liner on. And now the big red lips. I get serious about doing this part, y'all. Oh no. I drew outside the line. Hold. There you have it. You got the natural Bianca eye, you got the red lips, you got her makeup generally is like a natural shade, but she has like the shine, the highlight glow. Unfortunately, we don't got the ponytail, but we got her hair pulled back so you can see the whole thing. And yeah, but Bianca, we miss you. We hope you come back soon, feel better. Big red kisses. We'll talk soon. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. If you saw, let me get that in there. If you saw anything you like, feel free to reach out to me. Comment Bianca, and we'll talk more. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.